also and the expiry date. So its expiry date is already written, but we don't know how to read that, right? So that is not known to us. So that's why there is a excitement. So so then that time, what can be done for the person who is on the verge of death? So the greatest activity that person can do, who has such a limited time, is to hear the qualities, hear the glories, hear the transcendental pastimes of Lord Krishna. Because Nivritta Tarsher Paviya Manat. Because that's the Bhavav Shadav Yasya Manobhirama. Because that when we hear about the transcendental glories of Lord Krishna, that time what happens? Our heart become completely satisfied. And all the unwanted thing, Nashta Prayashu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. So if we regularly hear the activities of the Lord, of Krishna, then what will happen? All the unwanted things from our heart will washed away, and we will be purified. And in that purified state, we can able to re-establish our connection with the God. So that's why it is. Jai Shri Shri Karunantai Gaura Chandra Bhagwan ki Jai. So that's why this specific. So in the spiritual circle, this is one of the. This is considered as the one of the highest philosophically esoteric conversation which happened 500 years back, and that happened between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Krishna, who basically reincarnated 500 years back, and along with the Ramanand Rai. So in that they were discussing the conclusions of the scriptures. They were discussing, and in their discussion, this verse comes that Mam Anaradhya Dukkhartham Kutumba Sakta Manasa Satsanga Rahito Martyo Vruddha Seva Parichutaha. So what does mean is, so here there are 4 symptoms given for a person who is fortunate. So a person who has this opportunity to do these 4 things is considered as the most fortunate person. So now which are these 4 things? So first thing is opportunity to serve Krishna. So whoever gets opportunity to serve Krishna is considered as the fortunate. And then the second thing is a person who knows the family beyond your family. So basically in this world we have, everyone has our family, right? But it is not that all kind of support is possible to be derived from our family, because in our life there can be certain situations where our family members cannot console us. So that time we need a greater community, the support of the greater community. And that greater, so who is the fortunate person who has the support of that greater community, the Sangha, the greater community of the devotees, and also who knows the greater reality of the life. Because currently what we are in this, we are living in the temporary reality, because whatever the possessions we have, everything is temporary, isn't it? So no matter how much bank balance you have, no matter how much success you have, after death, this will not going to be with us, right? So we can't even carry one single penny along with us after death, isn't it? But there is one place where this limitation is not there. This limit. So because we are currently governed by the time factor, and because of time factor, whatever has beginning, it has end. So that's why similarly in our life also we have beginning, and we will definitely have end. And that end is from the perspective of this temporary body. But also there is the spiritual world, where there is no where there is no birth, old age, disease and death. So currently our main problem in our life is not that the share market is going down or inflation is rising. These are the temporary problems which we all have, and not even our boss who is trying to give us a lot of work. So that's not the problem. These are the temporary problems which can be there, cannot be there. But then problem, it should be universal. Everyone should be having. That's the definition of real problem. So and that real problem which everyone experience in this world are, as per the scripture, there are 4 such problems. So first problem is birth. So birth itself is not a very it's basically painful process. It's not a very jubilant to be in the mother's womb, and at the time of delivery, like we men don't know about this, but women knows about this. Whatever the pain mother is having, more than that, the child also experience that sort of pain. So even taking birth itself is not a very it's not a very pleasant. Of course, we welcome the newborn, everything is there, but the process of taking birth is not very it's not a pleasurable or happy process basically. And then everyone who there is no one in this world who never had any disease, right? So everyone, either a small or big, everyone has disease in their life. Everyone has experienced some kind of disease, right? So birth, then second problem is disease, then third problem is old age. Nobody wants to become old, right? But still everyone is becoming old, right? And it is reflecting from our language also. What question we ask? How old are you? Isn't it? Right? And then no matter how much cosmetics you apply, still the body will eventually it will become old, right? And then the fourth problem is death. So these 4 problems: birth, old age, disease and death. So these are the real problems which are there in this world. So now one interesting thing is why we think this as a problem, isn't it? When we think something as a problem, when we feel that this is a problem, when it is not natural for us, when that situation is not the way we want, when we feel that that situation is not as per my natural situation, right? So if you think deeply in this, then we will come to know that why we never want to die, why we never want to suffer, why we always want to be happy, because that's our natural, that's the original nature of the spirit soul, who we are actually. So this currently we are in this body, which is a temporary reality. It is made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether. Inside that there is a settled body of mind, intelligence and ego. But and inside of that is the real us, is the real I. And who is that real I? So that real I is soul, who never dies, who is eternal, who is full of bliss, who is knowledgeable. So that aspect of so the characteristic of soul is Sat Chit Ananda. So eternally, so we all, our real nature is to be always happy. Our real nature is to be eternal, full of bliss and full of knowledge. So that's our real nature. But currently we are in this body which is not supporting that real nature, and this process of birth, old age, disease and death is not conducive for that eternity principle, and that's why the soul is not fully satisfied in this body, right? But if we connect with that absolute reality of the soul, which is eternity, then if we connect with that, then basically whatever happening with our body will not give us any trouble, because we have already transcended this material modes of nature, right? So that's why the second thing of a fortunate person is uh, that person is having a bigger community where he can basically hear about this, and no matter how hopeless situation is there in our life, we already from the journey of soul, everything is temporary. So that knowledge aspect is there, and because of that that person is basically uh, doesn't get succumb to that situation. And then the third thing is uh, who has association of the devotees. uh, and the fourth person is who get vruddhopa seva, a person who get opportunity to serve elder people. So that's one of the wealth, to getting opportunity to serve the old people. uh, so in this context, what it means is to serve the parents, that goes without saying, it's the moral codes. But also elderly means who are superior in the knowledge, who are basically advanced in the spiritual things. If we get opportunity to serve such Mahabhagavad, then that person is called a fortunate. And in the next he is saying that vayam dhanyatama loke guropi chhatra bandhava vayam pibami muhutvam punyam krishna kathameham. And then in that one person who gets opportunity to associate with devotee is called as a dhanya, means who is a very fortunate. And then there is a person who is even more fortunate than that, is one who receive opportunity to hear about Krishna on a regular basis, right? So the most fortunate person is who get the frequent opportunities to hear the glories of Krishna. And then so that person is called as a dhanyatama, who repeatedly on a daily basis get opportunity to hear about Krishna. So that's basically the attempt from ISKCON Amsterdam, that we are trying to provide this opportunity, so that we all can come together and discuss about the divine pastimes of Krishna and become a fortunate. Because these pastimes of Krishna are the Bhavaushadhi, is the actual medicine which can basically satisfy the need of soul. So like for example, our body has some needs, right? So our bodily need is food, is our bodily needs, right? So oxygen is bodily need, but this body is temporary. But along with this body, we need to take care of the need of real us, and that real us is spirit soul. And what is the need of the soul? The need of soul is to serve the super soul, to serve Krishna, to serve God. So when a person is serving God, when a person re-establishes his connection with the God, that time he becomes that time only he can actually experience the happiness in his life, in his or her life. So that's what in this verse also it is mentioned, that a person who are basically who don't have these anarthas like lust, anger, envy, greed, pride, illusion, those person nivritta tirshnair. So what these people do, they actually on a regular basis hear the glories of Krishna, because the amount of happiness which one can receive by hearing the glories of Krishna can completely satisfy the soul, right? So now we have less time, so let us go 5500 years back. So that time So Krishna basically he when he appeared that time his parents uh, his parents name was Vasudev and Devaki. So basically in their previous life they did the penances for 12,000 celestial years, and then during the Swayambhuva Manu, and then that time basically then Krishna blessed them and asked, "What is your desire?" So they said that we want you as our son. So then Krishna said, "Okay, I will fulfill your desire." So in their first life, basically, Prushni and Sutapa, they got Krishna personally came. Lord Vishnu personally incarnated as their son, and he was known as Prushnigarbha. And then in the next life, they become Aditi and Kashyap, and then Vamana Dev, he becomes that's another incarnation of Krishna, becomes a son. And in this third incarnation, Krishna was supposed to be born from the womb of Yashoda, from the womb of Vasudeva and Devaki. So now let us move to 5,500 years back. So what happens? The Devaki, who is basically mother of Krishna, she was getting married with a very noble king. His name was Vasudeva. So their marriage was happening, and Devaki's brother, his name was Kamsa. So he was the Kamsa. He was very demonic person, and he was very powerful. So basically, he has such a power that even the devatas from heavenly planets, they are also afraid of him. So in Krishna Lila, if you have heard, there he sent many demons to kill Krishna, and each demon, like for example, the Aghasur, he was so powerful that that demon Aghasur has a power to defeat all the devatas basically. And so like that much powerful these different demons were. And then Krishna then Kamsa single-handedly defeated all these demons, and that's why this demon become the servant of Kamsa. So that's how powerful the Kamsa was. So and he was a demonic person, but he used to love his sister like anything. So he was very happy that okay, I am my sister's marriage is going on, and then he gave lot of so basically he was in a jubilant mood. There was a great arrangement, good celebration. Everyone was having a gala time, and then Kamsa became so happy that he was giving charities, and everyone was amazed that okay, how this cruel king Kamsa can behave like this. But then people were also little bit happy that okay, at least he is doing something good, and that way because of his affection for his sister, he was actually driving the chariot. So that time there was no car system. So that time people used to travel via chariot, on the horse chariot. So basically he has taken the very humble position of riding that chariot. So he was riding that chariot and taking his brother-in-law and his sister to their home basically. So with very happily he was doing that, and then everyone was happy. And then suddenly what happens? Suddenly at that time there was a celestial voice, and that which is called Akashvani. So that celestial voice, they told to Kamsa that, "Oh fool Kamsa, with such a great happiness, how you are doing the marriage of your sister, but just be informed that the eighth child of Devaki and Vasudeva will be the cause of your death." So as soon as Kamsa heard that, so he immediately, without wasting any time, he was completely changed person, and then with his right hand he pick up the uh, he dragged the hairs of Devaki, his sister, and with his left hand he was about to in his left hand he has taken a sword, and using that sword he was now about to kill the Devaki. So it's a complete shift in the situation. Just few minutes back it was such a happy situation, and then that celestial voice comes, and then Kamsa was prepared to kill his sister basically. And just imagine from the perspective of the Vasudev. So just few minutes back he has taken a vow that I will protect my wife from all the dangers, and now in front of his eyes he can able to see that okay, my life, my wife's Devaki's life is in danger, and basically it is just one moment is separating from the death of Devaki, because he has already taken a sword, and then Vasudev, he had only one moment. So this is such a challenging situation in his life, because his entire uh, plans, everything was just going to be disturbed, and whatever the vow he has taken 1 minute back, few minutes back, that was also going to be destroyed, and the Vasudev, he had only that specific time. So in that challenging situation also, so what the way Vasudev has responded is actually the lesson for all of us. So basically that is the difference between a spiritual practitioner and a person who is not practicing spirituality. So a person who practice basically spirituality, that person, like if he has achieved perfection in that, so basically at that time that person will get basically he is always hopeful. So basically the quality of a spiritual person is what? So he is always optimistic. So he is trying to see something good in others, and he is always optimistic that okay, at least let me try from my side. So because ultimately Krishna is the doer. So what is in my hand? So in my hand is only the efforts. So that's in my hand. So then so the devotee, he never fail to perform his duty. So no matter what the result may be, because results are not in our hand, but the action is in everyone of our hand. So so that's how the devotee is always optimistic. Devotee is patient. Devotee is grave, and devotee is brave. So after this entire episode, Krishna personally, when he was born, so he basically addressed Vasudev, his father, as a Shauri. So the meaning of word Shauri means who is the brave. So now if you see that what kind of braveness, what kind of success Vasudev had, he had zero success till that time, because on the day of marriage itself he couldn't protect his wife. So but still the way he respond to the situation, so like this the challenges will definitely come in everyone's life, but the thing is, ability of a person has to be estimated by his or her ability to respond to provoking situation. So how we respond to provoking situation, that actually defines us. So at that situation, because from strength perspective, Vasudev had no match with the Kamsa's strength. So that time he basically he doesn't lose his hopes. He always so he thought, let me somehow protect Devaki. So basically his intelligence was intact, and then then he gave different argument. So first what he did is he did Guna Kirtana. So that means he glorified the Kamsa, that oh Kamsa, you are such a great king, you have such a great heritage. Why you are doing such a thing? So then he thought, okay, that thing is not working. Then he applied the principle of Bheda. So then he said that okay, if you kill your sister, basically you will be doomed forever, because everyone will blaspheme you that this is the person who killed his sister, and then basically you will achieve lot of sinful, you will incur lot of sinful actions due to that. And then he said that okay, that's not affecting. Then third thing what he did is he tried to apply the Nyaya principle, so justice. So he said anyway whoever has taken birth is going to be die. So so anyway, like you will by this way or that way definitely you will going to die. So why you are blaming her? It's just a time factor which is governing all of us. But then he saw that okay, that's also not having any influence on Kamsa. Then he tried to apply Danda principle, the Bhaya principle, that okay, he tried to tell Kamsa that okay, if you kill her, then basically in your next life you will have to suffer all the reactions of that, like that. But then even that didn't work. So then he said, okay, let me give some proposal which can save my wife Devaki for some duration of time. So then he said, okay, don't worry, if you have problem from the 8th child of us, right? So we will promise you that we will bring each of our child to you, and then you can do whatever you want to do with them. So basically now Devaki is not cause of your problem. Her 8th child is your problem, right? So once the child is born, we will hand over child to you. So please let her alone. So then that time Kamsa, so because Vasudev was having such a great level of integrity, that time Kamsa thought that yes, if Vasudev had said this, then definitely basically he will do this. So then he sent them back to their kingdom, and as soon as the first children is born, his name was Kirtiman. So when Kirtiman was born, so that time Vasudev, he, because anyway there was spy all over around in Vasudev's kingdom, and devotee always keeps their promise. So he brought Kirtiman, his son, in front of Kamsa. And by seeing that, Kamsa become completely moved. He said, how noble person you are. And then he said, I don't have any danger from you. Basically after 8th child I have danger. So let me excuse you. So then he sent Kirtiman away. But when Vasudev was returning, that time he was knowing that basically a person who is so much self-centered. So Kamsa is a Asura. So what is the meaning of word Asur? Asura means Asura mante iti Asura. So a person who is completely absorbed in himself or herself, who is only concerned about our own pleasure at the cost of other. So whatever thing which is becoming obstacle in my enjoyment, that thing should be removed. So that's the consciousness of a person like Asura, who is in the Asura category. So Kamsa was in that category. So I want to be happy at the cost of others. So basically, and these kind of people can never be trusted. So a person who cannot control his or her senses can never be trusted, because of the provoking situation, their opinion can change at any moment. And exactly that's what happened. Narad Muni come, and then he told him that okay, you never know. So he gave him one lotus flower, and it has 8 petals. So Narad Muni said, now tell me which is the 8th petal. So then he said, very easy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the 8. Then Narad Muni said, okay, start counting from the 2nd petal. So consider 2nd petal as first, and then the last petal was different. So like this. So he said, you never knows out who can be the eighth child. So you need to be really careful. And do you really want to believe the celestial voice or not? That's you need to decide. And then his other ministers, they also tell him that no, no, you shouldn't take risk. And then he immediately imprisoned Vasudev and Devaki, put them into the prison. And then he took that uh, Kirtiman, the son of Vasudev, and he just smashed on the big rock, and that son was died. So like this, sixth child of Devaki, Kamsa has killed, and then the seventh child was Anantashesha. So by the potency of Yog Maya, that child was transferred from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. And now was the time for the eighth child to be born. And that time basically Kamsa was fully alert, because he was knowing that okay, now basically Krishna is means my killer will going to be born. And then there was a effulgence on the face of Devaki also. And then so basically God doesn't born the way we born. So basically how Krishna comes is he first enter into the mind of Vasudev, and from the mind of Vasudev he uh, enter into the mind of Devaki, and that's how Devaki got pregnant. And then basically I'm cutting short the story. We have less time. Then basically on the eighth day of waning moon, so which is as per the Hindu tradition, the calculation, it is a Bhadrapad month, and the eighth day of the waning moon. So that was the day at the midnight. Then Krishna was born. So as soon as he was born, he showed his four-handed form to Devaki and Vasudev, and they offered their prayers to Krishna. And then Krishna was seeing that Krishna becomes he they basically offered prayers. And then Devaki, because of her parental affection, she said that you shouldn't be in this form, because Kamsa might see you and he might harm you. That's the nature of mother. So she said, okay, don't worry. Then Krishna took a form of baby, and then he became a small child. And then the first instruction which he gave to his father Vasudeva was, now take me to the Gokul, where Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda is there. There is also one child born. Just transfer that child with me. So basically Nanda and Yashoda, they got a female child. So Krishna was telling Vasudeva that you go and exchange me with her and bring her here, and then I will stay in the Gokul. And immediately, so this was such a big responsibility. And that time the Vasudeva, he was inside the prison, and that prison has 16 gates, by the way. So and then he was completely tied by the iron chain. So he didn't ask that question that how this will possible. And here the main thing is, he did so much of suffered. He suffered so much just to have Krishna as his son. And when that fulfillment comes, that time what Krishna told to him is, hand over me to Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj. So that time that time Vasudeva or Devaki, they did not object that what are you doing? At least perform some pastimes with us. Let us experience your childhood, because if you consider the childhood of any person is very sweet, right? So and Devaki and Vasudeva were going to miss that part. So but that's the actual definition of love. Is they were not concerned that whether I will get pleasure, I will able to witness this pastimes or not. They were more concerned about the safety of Krishna, and they want Krishna should be happy. That was only their desire. So that's basically the paradigm on the day of Janmashtami, which we can pray to Krishna that please, uh, please take me from I consciousness to Krishna consciousness, because our whole life currently is centered upon that how I will be happy, how I will get pleasure, how my desires will be fulfilled, right? And in that process, we have experienced lot of miseries, because this world is not mean that all our desires will be fulfilled. But the way to transcend is if we develop, cultivate the desire to serve Krishna and make him happy, because anyway nothing belongs to us. We haven't created this universe, we haven't created this body, right? We haven't created oxygen, sun, moon, stars, anything. We are just consuming that, right? So the who has created everything, who is the actual possessor? That actual possessor is Krishna. Surudam Sarvabhut. Bhoktaram Yagyata Prasa. He is the ultimate enjoyer. He is the actually whom everything is belongs to. We are just taking this on the rent. So basically, what can be the best possible result can be offering gratefulness from our side is to just use all the resources of this world in his service, right? So anyway we want to eat, so whenever we get food, offer it to Krishna first, show our gratitude, and then let's eat that. So that becomes the Mahaprasad, which we are going to have after the Aarti. So like this, and also Krishna is not different from his name. So the Hare Krishna mantra which we sang earlier, so that Hare Krishna mantra is exactly all the power of Krishna, and the entire personality of Krishna is there in that mantra. So basically we can experience God daily in our life by chanting his Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So that's how the God is omnipotent, and his name is not different from him. So that's why if we chant this Hare Krishna mantra, then basically we can experience God in our life, and basically by the power of this mantra all the unwanted things from our heart will also go away. So that so here what Vasudevji is telling us, he was not concerned about his happiness, he was concerned about the happiness of Krishna. And then he didn't ask that question like why I had to suffer all that. So the devotee's thought process is that if and when the soul actually serves the God, that time the soul will also get the happiness. Because anyway the kind of happiness or pleasure which we are experiencing is from the senses or from the mind, to be precise. Whatever the happiness we are getting, pleasure we are getting, it is coming from the mind. But the happiness of soul will arise when we actually serve God, when the soul will get connected with the super soul and serve that. So then I am going to pause the story here, because we already going out of the time. So then now the scene is Krishna had told Vasudeva to take me to the other side, take me to Gokul. And now how that will happen, let's discuss that in our next discussion whenever we will have. So any questions? Anyone has any question? Okay, so if not, then I think thank you all very much for your patient listening, and let's try to think on this aspect, how the Vasudeva, basically he was not concerned about his happiness but the happiness of Krishna, how he was only want to engage in his service, and eventually in that only he will also receive the happiness. So that's actually the formula. So if we go out of what I want is I want that, and then if you focus on what Krishna wants and just offer as a token of our gratefulness, then basically on the day of Janmashtami we can receive his mercy. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. So we will have a Gaur Aarti.
Please stand up. We'll be greet the deities and.
जय श्री करुणानिताय गौरचंद्र भगवान की जय। So now we will going to sing Gaur Aarti. So the lyrics will be displayed here. शिव जयो जयो गौर चांदे आरती
Jaya Vishnupat Paramamsa Jaya Saraswati Sisumat Divine Looking Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON Founder Jaya Srila Prabhupada Ki Anti Koti Vaisnavanda Ki Namacharya Srila Hari Rastakur Ki Praise Go Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shyam Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhana Ki Jai Sri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Sri Navadvip Dham Ki Jai Sri Dwarka Dham Ki Jai Ganga Vijamai Ki Jai Srimati Tulsi Maharani Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai Transcendental Buddha Shri Vishnu Ki Jai Amsterdam Sunday Love Feast Ki Gaura Premanande. Oh, glory to the Samudra. Oh, glory to the Samudra. Oh, glory to the Samudra. Oh, glory to the Sri Sri Guru Gaura. Srila Prabhupada. Namaste Narsingahaya. भगवान की जय, राम महाराज की जय, हरि
Hare Krishna.
Very good.
It's a very warm weather outside. So we all make it a bit stronger, more vibrant Hare Krishna mantra all together. Yes. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Little more intent, little more focus, little more louder, all of us. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you so much. It's wonderful synthesis lecture. Sapudra Prabhu, he also read a very nice kirtan for Gaurarati. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Wonderful feast for today was cooked by Srini Prabhu and Sindhya and who else? Apeksha and Bhavya and Prabhu. Thank you so much. Maruti was led by Pariyuda Prabhu. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Let's thank all these devotees by loudly chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You know who all here for the first time? We have a small gift from Srila Prabhupada to you. Please raise your hand. Srila Pariyuda Prabhu will give you the gift. Please raise your hand, and when you get the copy, you can please tell your name.
Hi, my name is Vikesh Taraikar. I come from here, University.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for coming. What's your name?
My name is Hari.
Abhi.
My name is Vipin Singh. I come from Amsterdam.
Vipin
Singh.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
My name is Francis.
Francis. Thank you so much, Francis.
My name is Divya. I come from Alpha.
Thank you. There you go.
I am Pratap. I come from India.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thanks for coming.
Sheila from Amsterdam.
Thank you so much, Srila.
Sri Nitya Moksha Priyananda, and I am from Kailasa.
Thank you so much.
And Viju from Amsterdam.
So we will wait.
I'm Manju from Amsterdam.
Okay.
I'm Kiranmay from Almere.
Hi. Hare Krishna.
I'm Christy from Amsterdam.
Christy. Thanks for coming. Christy. Hare Krishna. What's the baby's name? Aim. Yeah. Jai. Everybody got? All the newcomers? Thank you so much. Thank you. Hare Krishna. The wonderful lady worship is done by Rani Mataji. Who did the decoration? You did the decoration?
Sophia.
Sophia did it? Wow. Sophia did the decoration of flowers. Our deity worship team is comprising of many devotees. Rani Mataji, Ashwati Mataji, and Dhatri Mataji, and Kinath Prabhu, and Dhatri Mataji, and Jagdish Prabhu, and Prema. It's a group effort. So let's thank all these devotees by loudly saying Hare Krishna mantra.
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The next upcoming trademark festival is 31st of August, celebrating Krishna's birthday. This church here, Aranyekar, just a couple of blocks away from here. We're having the festival from afternoon 2 o'clock till evening 8 o'clock. There will be Abhishekam, lots of Kirtan, Prasadam, cultural activities, drama, dance, performance, lots of Prasadam. She is going to run a Kahoot quiz of 1,000 people. I'm wondering how she is going to do it. There's going to be a Kahoot. I don't know if you know about it. So, it's going to be a wonderful day filled with a lot of activities. That's 31st of August. Actual day of Janmashtami is 26th. We'll be celebrating in temple. As you can see, our temple is very small. We can host maybe 100 people at a time. We'll be celebrating whole day that day, 26th. It's Monday. So you're most welcome, but I don't think you'll be able to sit here or be here for more time. It's going to be really, really packed. Actual celebration or cultural festival celebration is going to be on 31st of August. That's a Saturday, a weekend. So we expect around 1,500 people that day. You all are most welcome to come and participate, take blessings, be a part. There is going to be Juan also in the comments praying Krishna. And yeah, just participate and be happy on this day. So making this grand festival a huge success, we need a bit of help. So next slide, Srini. Last week we did the first round of fundraiser. Everything costs Lakshmi here. Unfortunately, we don't have our own facility where we can just host 1,000 people. So we rent the hall, that costs money. The decoration items, prasadam, sound, miscellaneous expenses. We raised around 60% of it last week already. If you are interested, please reach out to me or Yogamaya outside. You can give whatever Lakshmi you think you want to donate to this cause. Total expense around 4,300 euros. We raised around 2,500 euros already. Rest is on us. I'm sure we're going to raise this. For our Rath Yatra, we were targeting a budget of 20,000 euros. We did hit that budget with all your contributions. So yeah, I'm confident for the game is not going to be a big deal, so it's going to happen. So that's it for our announcements. Thank you all for coming. We're taking prasadam here now, but before that, we do a Vrindavan meditation as we do always. So as Prabhupada was discussing today, it's serving Krishna. The most important thing is we need to get out of our own mental speculative idea of me and mine, my own enjoyment, my own happiness. We need to be able to think what Krishna wants. Janmashtami is a good time for remembering that. We are still around 2 weeks away from the actual day of Janmashtami. So just keep thinking this, what can I do for Krishna? The entire Vrindavan consciousness means everybody in Vrindavan, every single one, even the cows and the peacocks and the monkeys, everyone just think how to please Krishna. It's just one consciousness. They're not wondering, oh, how can I enjoy better? Everyone's single focus is how can I make Krishna happy? So meditating on that, just keep singing. Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Jaya Shri Jaya Hare Krishna.